right, let's talk NBA 2K League. During this offseason, the league has seen a lot of roster changes. Which Warriors gaming squad player appeared on 2K TV in episode 1 and then was selected first overall in the expansion draft?
Was it Chiquita, Be Smooth, Type, or Jen?
There's a lot of stuff that I see that I'm definitely looking forward to in 2K20.
So you just pointed at the WNBA. Are you excited for that mode to get in there?
Definitely.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Victor Oladipo. Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. Guys, Steph Curry, the first unanimous league MVP and a regular in the All-Star game.
And before him, I think it was the dunkers that captivated the fans' imagination. Curry started a shift towards long-distance shooting as the new top highlight. And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Clock at 2. James fires from way outside. Another miss by LeBron.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Oladipo against Leonard. Oladipo, the pass to Griffin. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
And here is Irving. Pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. Back to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Tries again. Durant trying to break free. A shot by LeBron, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Offensive rebound. And the basket by Harden.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Here's Oladipo. James Harden picking up that last basket. Curry can't get it to go. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Now he was modest. He thinks the success he's had as a coach is because of the players he's gotten to work with this season. He said, I'm surrounded by talent. Guys who actually have to go out there on the court and get it done deserve the respect. And Kevin, this is why so many of his players respect him.
Thank you, David. Now here's James. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Irving passes to Leonard. Kicks to Harden. From 17 feet out. The West All-Stars pull it in. Curry is inside, guarded by Harden. That one good for 2.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
Now, here is Irving. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Kyrie Irving has a way of showing up big in the biggest moments. And, guys, that includes the All-Star game.
Yeah, his rookie year, he was the Rising Stars game MVP his rookie season, going 12 of 13 from the field. 2 years later, the All-Star MVP, hitting 14 of 17. Man, he makes it look easy.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
LeBron against George. LeBron passes to Curry. Oladipo outside. Passes it to Griffin. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. From deep. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
James, the pass to Curry. Ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Harden. Curry on the wing. He feeds it to KD and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
And the first one drops. And Kevin Durant has hoisted that All-Star MVP trophy.
One of the most effortless scorers you'll ever see. He's had some big games on the biggest stage.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Davis comes in for Butler. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Irving. And both free throws good for Durant.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Chris Middleton comes in for George. And Beal subbed in for James Harden. The West All-Stars also with a sub. Towns is checked in. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 3-point game. Kicks it down to Middleton. 5 on the clock. Davis. Here's Embiid. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Lillard and Embiid with the block.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
LeBron against Middleton. And they double up LeBron. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Westbrook against Paul. 4 on the clock. Lillard from outside.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Paul outside. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Middleton dishes to Westbrook. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Russell Westbrook in 2016 becoming the first back-to-back All-Star MVP since Bob Pettit back in 1959.
And his will to dominate doesn't take a break, even in this exhibition setting. If anything, he takes extra motivation to show who's king of the hill.
That free throw, no good.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
So he comes up empty at the line.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And Damian Lillard, accustomed to being overlooked, that hasn't stopped him from being outspoken, asserting his all-star credentials.
And playing in an age of elite point guards, there's plenty of competition, but he's never shied away from the challenge.
Throw good, Damian Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Both free throws good from Lillard. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the East All-Stars. They lead by 7. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lillard with it. Now Beal. Oh, what a play!
Woo! And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Now here's Beal. 1:51 left in the first. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by LeBron. Now it's just a 3-point East All-Star lead. Westbrook scanning the floor. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Anthony Davis, the #1 pick in 2012, and he's right at home in the All-Star game setting.
And he dropped 52 points in that 2017 game. Naturally, he brought home that MVP award. Not a lot of defense played that night, but again, he did get 50-plus in a regular season game as well.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Nikola Jokic, the 41st pick overall back in 2014. Not many expected him to be an All-Star.
You don't slip that far without most every team in the league kind of missing the boat. His game, though, so unique. Not many who can dominate with their playmaking from the center position.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Middleton. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the East All-Stars now. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 4-point game. Back to Westbrook. The pass to Embiid. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Here's Westbrook. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Davis finds Embiid. And no good that time. Good defense by Jokic. Embiid's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to LeBron. Paul outside. Lillard against Beal. Shoots it. Again, the West All-Stars.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Westbrook fires away from outside. At the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
You're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Clint Capella is out there with Gobert. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Young in at point. Here's Westbrook over Young. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Levine. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars. Westbrook against Young. Lillard scanning the floor. Fades. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Here's Young. After the made shot from Andre Drummond, Lillard finds James. Shot clock at 5. He's off on that one. The East All-Stars go the other way with it.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Drummond, and it's good. 2 points. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
LeBron against Middleton. Capella kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to Young. Shoots the 3. But they'll get another chance. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. A step-back shot here. West All-Stars with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trying to get something going. Here's Capella, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. Big group substitution here for the East. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Anthony Davis. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. James Harden, he's checked in for Levine. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The West also making some changes. Durant's checked in for James. And it's Oladipo in for Lillard. Now, here's George. No points in the game yet for him. Harden can't hit. A tight game here in Charlotte. Here's Young, and the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Irving against Oladipo. He dishes it to Young. Gobert, the pass to Capella. Tries again, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul, and the East All-Stars making a change here. Butler's checked in. The West also making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Capella, and it's Stephen Curry in for Trae Young. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Harden, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Oladipo misses. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
You know, when Oladipo is throwing shots away, it gets everybody going, and his coaches and teammates alike love it.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
George dishes to Butler. Harden kicks to Irving. Outside Butler. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
And Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick in 2011. Before his rookie contract was up, guys, he played in his first All-Star game.
And one of the game's true grinders. Butler has earned the respect of his peers through his fanatical dedication to his craft.
Now Irving. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. Short. The kick out to Irving. Harden inside the three-point line, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The West All-Stars with the ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jimmy Butler. And Blake Griffin, no stranger to the All-Star game, Greg. Even as his game has changed, he finds his way to this weekend, it seems like, every year.
You think of his dunk contest appearances early in his career. He was a pure highlight reel type of player before, but boy, has he grown. Now a much more balanced and deadly forward.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Jokic, he's checked in for the West. Both shots good from the stripe. Timeout called, East All-Stars. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
He's with the ball, trailing by 2. Leonard on the wing to stop the drought. Back to Irving. The three. The three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 5 now.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now here's Curry. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Harden, that's good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Curry. James Harden picking up that last basket. That one falls. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so here are the West All-Stars. It's a 3-point game. Outside Durant, jacks up a 3, knocks down the 3 ball. KD's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
And that one's good. Leonard.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Up top, Oladipo, guarded by Harden. Oladipo, the pass to Curry. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists tonight.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 7. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Curry's shot is good.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Pass to Leonard. And he drops it in from the low post. Leonard's got 6 points.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
They get the rebound. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his first points of the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Leonard. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Oladipo taking his time here. Back to Curry. And Butler sends it back.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Butler. He's so quick off the ground to block shots.
2 points. That one goes. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here's Jokic. He kicks it to KD. Oladipo outside. Clock at 6. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Oladipo. Oladipo's got 4 assists in the game. Poked away. Butler dishes to Harden. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. From deep. The shot, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the West All-Stars up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet. An amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
Obviously, this has been a back-and-forth type of thing, but now you're going to start to see the competitiveness come out in these guys. That's right, Ernie. I had to say it real nice and smooth. Competitiveness. A little more defense, not a lot more, but certainly a lot more intensity. And at the end of the day, every guy on that court out there is built to win.
This particular All-Star game has some real energy. Guys aren't just going out there and going through the motions. They're actually digging in and trying to win. This is different. I can't wait for the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. 3rd quarter set to begin in just a few.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
They've got Paul George, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Butler in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. And LeBron James, the most accomplished and influential player of his era. It almost goes without saying that he's a fixture in the All-Star game.
A multiple MVP of the All-Star game with his explosive dunking ability. I'd put his All-Star highlight reel up against anybody.
And he makes the first. James Harden, one of the most feared scorers in league history. He gets buckets every way you can imagine.
And the beard, known for his fearlessness, attacking, contact, and working himself to the line. I like the restraint he's shown in the All-Star game, relying more on his long-range accuracy to fill up the scoring column.
So he gets them both.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
From deep, James. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A pass to Irving. Pass to Butler. Kicks it out to Harden. It's stolen by Oladipo. Inside. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The West All-Stars have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Harden against Oladipo. It's stolen by Oladipo. And the shot goes in. Oladipo's got his first 2 points.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Now here's Irving. He has 5. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Irving's got 7. Irving against Curry. Here's LeBron, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on George.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, James.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Irving. Here's Curry, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. James finds Griffin. And here is Curry. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 12.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 9. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now James. He's got 5. Just 3 to shoot. Another shot. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. Pass to George. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half, not like it was in the first.
Irving with the bounce pass. Butler, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. And Curry pulls it down. Oladipo against Irving. Here's Griffin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
The West All-Stars have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Andre Drummond's checked in for the East. Bean comes in for James Harden. Then for the West All-Stars, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Durant. Lillard comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Paul in for Curry. That's good from Blake Griffin. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Irving kicks to Levine. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Levine's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Paul with the ball for the West All-Stars, leading by 5. Lillard against Levine, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
To the inside, Towns, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Now here's Levine. He has 5. Irving passes to Levine. 6 to shoot. And here's George, defended by Towns. George, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Irving from long range.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And Karl Anthony Towns, a #1 overall pick. He was the Rookie of the Year, an All-Star. He's lived up to the hype.
One of the unicorns, an athletic 7-footer who can post up and fire it up from long range. He's now the prototype NBA big.
Butler with the ball. Chris Paul covering. 5-on-3 break. Here's James. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
big group substitution here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Anthony Davis comes in for Jimmy Butler. Bradley Beal's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Jokic, he's checked in for Blake Griffin.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And James with the basket on the assist by Lillard. James has got the lead up to 13 now for the West All-Stars. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now here's Davis. Passes to Embiid. Sinks that one from the post. Embiid's got his second bucket.
Well, he's got so much in his package on offense. Embiid just knows how to score the basketball.
Here's James. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center, and in many ways his game reminds me of Vlade Divac's.
And Jokic drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Outside, Beal. Now the pass to Levine. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Towns. And the rejection by Towns. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Lillard from outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Westbrook. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. They get it back. Davis. And the rejection by Towns. The East All-Stars have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. Free throw good. Davis. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Gobert comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Trae Young subbed in for Paul. And both free throws good for Davis. And the West All-Stars have possession. And Young kicks to Jokic. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Young taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to LeBron. Over Leonard. And it's sent back by Leonard. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Sinks the three-pointer. 20 points for Damian Lillard.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Outside, Davis. Passes it to Embiid. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Goes back up. Embiid, no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for the West All-Stars. 17-point lead, their biggest. Now the East All-Stars with it. Now here's Leonard. He's got 6 over Young. Tips it.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Young finds Lillard. Down low, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And here are the East All-Stars now. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Here's Leonard. That shot, no good. Great D that time from James. Got a piece of it. And so it's the West All-Stars, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the West All-Stars, Rudy Gobert is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Durant, and it's Lillard in at the shooting guard position.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
They recover it.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Free throw good, James Harden. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Oladipo, he's checked in for Lillard. And it's Stephen Curry in for Trae Young. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here are the West All-Stars. 17 points was their biggest margin. Westbrook against Curry. Gobert the pass to Capella. Clock at 6. Tries again. Kept alive. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's Harden for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star week as well.
Hits it from three-point range.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now. The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
Now, here is Harden, and Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Curry against Westbrook. From deep. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And the East with some changes. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Anthony Davis. And Irving subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Griffin's checked in for the West. Now here's Curry. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And so George will bring it up for the East All-Stars. They trail by 11. Up top, Leonard, defended by Griffin. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Curry kicks to Oladipo. The pass to Capella. Makes it off the glass.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Oladipo against Harden. Leonard inside, looking to get back on track here, and it's good on the way in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Oladipo. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Oladipo, the pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Over Irving. Offensive rebound. Griffin. Second chance effort. Basket counts.
Are you kidding? This is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
James checked in for the West.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Griffin. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Now, here is Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. Pass to Harden. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. Now the West All-Stars the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Stolen by George. On the wing, Irving. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. And here's the fast break. On its way from Oladipo for 2. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
You know, Oladipo feels like he can take and make this shot whenever he wants to. You can just see the confidence.
Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Leonard. Griffin with some nice D. Here's West now. It's a 14-point game. James, the pass to Griffin. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Leonard. To the paint. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Kawhi Leonard, never the flashiest player, Greg, but there's no question he deserves a spot among the league's best.
A player who's in the mix for MVP when he's healthy, a two-way terror. The claw is as real as it gets.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Now, here's Oladipo. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
On defense, the East All-Stars, they trail by 11. James finds Curry. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Oladipo outside. Outside for Curry. In the corner, it's James. Here's Griffin.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
Now here's Curry. Harden missing his last shot. Lobbed up there for KD. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, the alley-oop connection. That's all-star play at its best.
Irving looking over the floor. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
LeBron passes to Curry. Over Irving. That one wide left.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And Paul George, an all-star from his 3rd NBA season. He has been a fixture.
A true superstar, make no mistake about it. Offensive highlights and defensive brilliance. PG is the real deal.
That free throw good from George.
And George has learned a lot and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
And George drops them both. And so here are the West All-Stars. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's LeBron. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Butler.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option on every trip.
Curry with it. Oladipo outside. Pass to James. The fadeaway. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 6 assists here tonight. Here is Harden. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Leonard.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Curry.
Man, the way Curry scores the ball, whether he's driving to the rack or dropping bombs, he is fun to watch.
Now, here is Harden. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. They're leading by 8. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
At the line for one.
One shot.
That's good from Durant. The East All-Stars running out of time. Harden outside. Harden draws the double inside. Irving, and the layup falls.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Curry against Irving, tipped away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Butler. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's Curry. James outside. Outside Griffin. It's Curry outside. That one's not going to go. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Butler attacking. Blake Griffin pulls it in. And the West All-Stars have possession. 7-point differential. LeBron dishes to Curry. Over Davis. And right through it goes.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. They're down by 9. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. New players in now for the East. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Griffin. Towns comes in for LeBron. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Trae Young subbed in for Curry. Now here's Beal. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in. And here's Young. Lillard outside. East grabs the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
The kick out to Westbrook. Here's the three. Outside Beal. It's good from long range.
And Embiid has an excellent feel for the game, including how and when to pass the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called, East All-Stars. They're trailing by 8. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
There's Beal with the three. Connects from downtown.
Clearly a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.